Not podcast. My jiggers, what it is.
That was
Hey,
that was quite a countdown.
Yes, it was.
Long
Hey,
countdown.
everybody.
y'all want to know the
Girl,
funniest thing about the countdown?
That's right.
what?
I think I forgot to go live.
You did.
I think I see this. Oh, doing that part.
Yes,
Oh,
my bad. I hit the button, but it didn't work. I'm so sorry.
Seems like we
Okay.
was
You
on
can catch it
Jersey
on the
Turnpike.
replay.
You get
Huh?
a pass today.
yeah, you gotta
Thank
pay.
you. This is not my jam.
Seems
But
like
you're
we on.
doing such a phenomenal job at it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So, how have you guys been?
I've been, but that's it.
Been
Busy.
Yeah.
busy, booked and busy.
Yes. I feel like I've been to the moon and back like 10 times in the last 3 days.
Dang.
These kids
Oh,
in this like sports is driving me to a whole nother level.
Jeez.
okay. Brandy, how was your weekend?
The weekend was great. We had a lovely weekend. We had
Oh,
a nice
that's good.
little dinner party, and we had a party animal in the house for that.
Oh,
Okay.
you're a party animal.
Yeah, we had party animal. They came and did the he came and did the photo booth, and that was it played out well with the theme and everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shout out to party animal.
360.
Just busy? Did you do anything special?
I've been to New Jersey about 20 times this weekend. Nothing special. I'm just all about working. I'll wait
Okay.
for I'll wait for spring break for I'll wait for spring break to be my time.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you going for spring break?
It's a toss up. I'm still trying to check things out, but it's a toss up. Mexico or Jamaica or somebody. I don't know.
All right. I want to go. Let me know.
Come
Do
on,
you
let's go.
still need the test to leave the country? Is that
Yeah.
over?
I don't know. I think the mandates dropped. I was looking on Jamaica the other day. Jamaica, a lot of the mandates have dropped over there, so I don't know what's happening.
Just
About
check
coming
it
back?
out because I seen one of my friends. She got stuck and couldn't go, and she was trying to go somewhere in the Caribbean, and apparently it was something involving like the COVID testing.
Oh, I'm gonna always get the COVID test. I'm gonna do that regardless.
It was
Right. Is
it
it
was
mandatory
like
to
some
come
kind of
back?
documentation the
To
way it
come
has
back,
been it.
probably, but I think because like the mask mandate is down. I think they just pushing vaccine. They might still want you to get it comes back, but I haven't heard anybody saying they got to get it to come back lately.
Okay.
I know I had a friend who was just in St. Martin last week. I don't think they said anything about having any type of COVID test to return to the U.S.
Just to go.
I think you have to have the COVID, your PCR and all that stuff still. But I have to really look into the mandates over there in them countries.
Yeah. I just know she was just at this posted this picture at the airport like that she was super sad because she pretty much was ass out of her money, couldn't fly.
Mm.
I just want to make sure I can come back home.
Yeah. I suggest, and I normally never purchase trip insurance, but once COVID hit, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get that every time because you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
same.
don't get trip insurance. Well, sometimes, but I don't really believe in trip insurance either because sometimes I just feel like they be wasting your money anyways. Sometimes when you go to these airports, it'd be crazy because you go to the airport and you show them some type of flim flam document that they wasn't even asking for, and some of them agents be letting you through anyway. So I puts it on the wing and a prayer for real. I mean, I
Oh,
don't.
they gave me the blues. We went to Jamaica and I apparently printed out the wrong copy of every document that I needed.
Mm.
Oh wow.
And we end up having to like reset my password in my patient first portal because the paper that I printed out didn't have a highlighted something that they needed. Another document I printed out the wrong copy of that, had to go in my email and find it. She was not letting me through. And my nerve was that I booked the flight accidentally under Latoya White, but my passport still had my maiden name. So I'm worried about that. And I'm like, I'm going to Jamaica. I'm just going to buy another ticket if push come to shove. Wasn't the name. It was all the documents I printed out. Homegirl was not letting me through. I was
Yeah,
like,
some of them people be
this
real
bitch.
on some shit, but like even with TSA, some of them TSA in Baltimore TSA bullshit. If you go to Mako, if you go to Orlando, you might as well wrap it up. Whatever you got, do not have in your carry-on. Orlando is not playing out there. So some of these people, you know, the agents as far as the airlines and the TSA folks, it depends on what airport you go to and who you got that day. But what I do is I print off stuff and I screenshot because
Yeah.
I just want to make
Right.
sure that however we're gonna carry this thing, you're not gonna play with me because I'm out of here.
Mm.
Yep.
That's just really good information. I don't know. Like I want to go somewhere, but I don't know if I really want to deal with all of that drama yet.
Yes.
I mean, it's real easy. See, the problem is people don't read about like some countries you have to have their like you got to have a visa for their country. Like you gotta
Right.
apply for a visa, and you gotta make sure you got all your flight credentials. It's not hard at all, but some countries you gotta have that visa to be in their country, and if you don't have that type of stuff, you are not gonna get in. So you just gotta read up on the country you're going to, you know, especially you know when you go into these islands, you know, a lot of them just want to know that you're there. It's all about a numbers game, to be honest. I think you know they know that you're coming, and they're gonna grant you the visa regardless because you got all your documentation. You are a citizen, so you'll be good. But just look into the country you're going to. But I believe as all these mandates start dropping off, a lot of this stuff gonna be null and void anyway soon.
Right. I just want to be able to come back. I don't want to have to take a test to come back home.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
I
That
think
part, go ahead.
when I took my test to come back, because the resorts that we stayed on, if you had a negative test, they let you stay there. And I'm sure they put you in some back closet, but I'm also sure they don't want to incur that cost of keeping you. I swear they barely put that Q-tip up my nose. I was like, they was like, you getting the hell out of our country.
Yeah, I know 3 different couples that had to stay, and I don't want to be amongst them.
So since we're talking about this right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's on the live, but I was listening to, you know, how every week I listen to different type of shows, and one of the questions that I heard this week was, if you are in a country, hey Randy, if you are in a country, whatever be island, vacation, and whatever you're doing out there, and your spouse, your partner, your friend, whatever, whoever you with, gets, oh Lord, COVID, are you leaving them or are you staying with them? We can start with the married people first.
Somebody have to come back and work. I would not want him to leave me, but if he need to get back to business, I understand. I do understand.
Or you leaving his ass?
No, I mean he can stay. I mean he can leave me.
No, what if he got COVID?
If he had COVID, if he asked me to stay, I would stay. But if he didn't, most likely he's going to encourage me to leave. But especially if I don't have COVID yet, I'd rather have it at home than there.
Right.
So if he asked me to stay, I'm definitely staying. But I would understand if he left.
How about you, Toy?
Somebody if we can get out of the country together without Mimi, somebody got to come back to get her because ain't nobody keeping her longer than I previously requested. So we're not even gonna think about it. We're gonna be like, all right, I got to go.
Okay. Sharp lady.
Well, I think that I would stay because I wouldn't want, as Seven said, I don't want them to leave me. So I would stay, just out of respect and just to have just to show support. But if it was a dire situation and they said, well, if I don't leave, I'm gonna lose my job, or something major, then yeah, I'm like, go.
So me, I'm on the fence. I think I would leave, but my thing is, if I do stay, are we staying in the same room together? If I do stay and my partner has COVID, do I have to pay extra,
Right.
or how does it
Right.
work? So I'm going to be really like thinking about a lot of things, and as partner or married couple or whatever, I think that everybody should be thinking about this, because they will accommodate the sick person, but the person that's not sick, are you going to also accommodate me as well?
Right, because if we're not going to be accommodated together, I'm sure you don't want me on vacation still.
Right,
Well,
you hanging out with shit, you
yeah.
down at the buffet, and
Can't
your
see
husband in the
each
room.
other. At least I could be home with FaceTime and all that other kind of stuff. And you don't want to catch me on the beach all the time with drinks and shit. And
Right, because that's what you're going to be doing, right?
right, yeah, might as well if I got to pay for it.
Right.
So, that's why I said I wouldn't have a problem with him leaving me. I can get my rest, But also I figure if he has it, there's a possibility I may get it as well. So
Down
I
the
would
road.
like to be home when I get my treatment, or versus being there.
Right.
Somebody live tell a story.
Just out of curiosity, do you even does anyone know whether have been aware of somebody who's caught COVID while they're on vacation in another country, and what was the treatment like?
I haven't. I don't know anybody who caught
I
it.
was never with them, but I have known 3 different couples that had to stay, but they were fine. Like they did okay with COVID.
So they were just like they weren't symptomatic. They
Well, I
weren't
know
symptomatic.
they both stayed. I don't know. They weren't sick. Put it that way. They were just there.
Yeah. I just wondered what the treatment was like. Whether or not it was,
even here, unless you're sick, you just home. But
Right.
now I'm seeing these commercials now that says if you have COVID, you need to
Okay, Randy.
go and see if you can get some kind of treatment, I guess, to help the long-term effects.
Right. And that's what most people, everyone who I've known who's had COVID, that's the bigger issue for them. The long-term effects, like, they still having problems with breathing. Some people even told me that it still feel like they breathing out straws. Some people's complain about their walking, just different post-symptom things that they have that's going on with them.
Yeah, it is a commercial. It said something about find out if you need to get that, even if you're showing no symptoms.
Well, I think in about 15, 20 years, maybe 10, they're going to have those commercials, those infomercials late night. If you were affected by COVID, 2020, 21, 22, you are, eligible for this amount of money. So I think that commercial will be coming soon.
Well, we're going to go and get our money because Marlon had COVID.
And it says, if you had a BBL.
Those are coming too as well.
Office.
That is not going to stop them.
It's so crazy because, even like K. Michelle, K. Michelle has done her whole body and all those things done. And now she has everything basically removed and she got a whole show talking about it. But people tend to seriously are still going to go get these things.
Because you figure it happened to most of them. So everyone think you're the exception to the rule.
Right.
And I understand because, like, I was talking to a young lady earlier. We started talking about the job and things like that, and do she need a job and such and such. And she's like, "Well, I'm on the way to work, blah blah blah. I don't feel good. I don't feel right because I don't have my lashes on. I feel like a boy." And it's like Instagram and basically Instagram and Snapchat has gotten so to the point where these people need these filters that it makes somebody want to go and put lashes on and heavy makeup and go get a BBL and a tummy tuck. I just don't understand why we at this stage in society where you just can't be yourself. If I meet you in a club and you got all this stuff on, and if I take you home and when you wake up and I wake up and I'm like, well, who's this? What's going on? It's like society is just really messed up out here, and it got people just looking like, oh, I can't go outside with my pool face.
You know that really happened, Hutch, too. They had a big story about this guy saying he wanted annulment because his wife wasn't the person that he married because of that, like the heavy makeup, the lashes, and when he woke up the next day, everything was off, and he wanted an annulment.
Well, I wouldn't suggest he get married if he has never
Didn't
seen
never knew who the lady was, right?
without.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
I mean,
And
my thing is this: to each his own. Makeup fine, lashes fine, but my thing is, what you gotta go get an old new butt? I really want to interview somebody who has had a BBL or, a breast, whatever.
Well, when I get mine, you can interview me.
So let me ask you this question: if
I'll
you
be
decide
the
to get a
first.
BBL, if you decide to get a BBL, your butt gonna be probably from the corner down to all the way up on Empire State Building. So what would you be getting a BBL for?
So I'm gonna get it's to get it lifted, and then I want it resculpted.
So you ain't
So I
getting
don't
a
know
BBL.
what I want as a BBL. I just want it changed, basically.
So you want yours to be fixed up.
A little smaller, like it.
Right. So I want to talk to somebody who's getting a BBL, who's getting the whole.
But I want to get bigger boobs and get my arms done and a tummy tuck.
She's talking about
I suggest
$50,000 worth of work.
You know what's
It's
crazy,
not
sharp
that-
lady? I don't think that is $50,000.
It's not. It's not.
I think
that
it's like
much.
10,000, some are 5,000. I heard somebody the other day talking about they about to get their stuff done for 4,000. So I think that these doctors are doing it so much, they're not losing no money at all. So if you get somebody who give you a $2,000 procedure, it don't matter to them because they're getting 100 patients times imagine the $2,000. So they good regardless.
No, that's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to go to the DR.
No.
Get it
In
done
the United States, I think they got somebody in Silver Spring in DC who's doing them $4,000. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, it's like the doctors who did it the most and show their work the most, they charge the most. But a newer doctor or who haven't had as many, theirs may not be as expensive because they're not known. So
right.
it's like someone going around saying, go to doctor such and such.
Like
Charge.
Mr. Curve. I don't see no problem with it. I mean, I don't see no problem. There's medical credit. Yeah, they got the credit cards too. Yeah,
now I'm not going in. I got enough debt. I'm not going in debt to do this.
Yeah, they got the whole I think it's called the care credit card.
Yeah.
So
Use my care credit at the dentist.
I mean, my thing is, I don't have no problem with what you're doing, but this is my problem that I have with these young ladies. When you get your BBL and your ass is from here to four, well, this is what we would say in the jail, but if your ass is from here to 4 yard, so if your ass is from here all the way down the street, what you doing with that? How you wiping that ass? You know what I mean? Like, come on now, let's be.
I'm sure it gets wiped, and although I haven't had one of those surgeries, I get annoyed when people be like, "How do you wipe your butt with your nails?"
I ain't talking about the nails part. I'm just
What
talking
I'm saying, but that's just I feel like I'm getting the same feeling when you like how you wipe your ass. I reach around.
No, not that big ass, not that big old
person would reach around and wipe it.
Not that big old. I'm talking about them big old ones that be, whoo, down the street. I like the way Jess hilarious. I like the way how she got her butt done. It looks natural.
By denying it,
done. You know,
by denying it.
Denying what? Did she got her butt done?
Go ahead.
She got that ass done.
Yeah, but she denied it for forever.
I don't know why the ex-boyfriend. I ain't gonna get into all that, but she got that body done.
Yeah, she finally when I think what was it? The girl posted the video of her coming out of surgery, so she had to own up to it.
I don't know why people denying it for. It's like getting a pair of shoes now.
Because I'm telling y'all, if I get something done, it don't matter what it is. The shop can get the exclusive.
So we can watch it all. Y'all heard that she's giving us the exclusive.
Y'all gonna be sick of me.
You know, some days I'll be trying to, think about how about, all these mommy makeovers, what it is with the daddy makeover.
They're getting it done too. Like,
Daddy's get makeup. Six be posting all the time in the group.
Oh no,
about
he
them,
be sending me stuff. Me and him be sending stuff to each other too. Don't get it twisted now.
So y'all getting y'all bodies done?
Hey, my thing is this: if I ain't want to look like no asshole flying on no plane on my knees, I might be down there too.
That's why I'm gonna get mine done in Maryland,
Right.
and I'm gonna pay whatever the cost is, and just come home and recover in my own
Go
bed.
ahead, call me. I'll make sure we
sit
got
on
a
your
little.
butt for a long.
I'll make sure you got a little mattress or
Hey.
something, or a little soft cushion ride going back
To and
home.
fro gonna have to pick me up.
Yeah, I'll take the seats out.
Your bucket seat for your.
Yeah,
gonna
I'll
be-
take
I'm
the
gonna be
seats
laying
out.
out like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To and fro gonna become medical coach now.
Yeah, no problem. Take the seats out, put a little mattress down, have you lay down. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm about to start promoting that. You want to get a BBL in DC, Maryland, Virginia? Hey, I'll come pick you up.
No job is too big or small.
No job is
Really
too
big.
big or small. Yeah, I'll go pick you up.
Wait a minute. So are you telling me, because I haven't done any research on BBL, so you're saying after you get a BBL, you have to lay flat?
You
Yeah,
you can't sit on your ass. So all them people that come from Atlanta,
Wow.
yeah, they rise on the plane on their knees.
Not for a long extended period of time. Like,
I was about to say they can sit on it because wasn't there a whole complaint about them taking up all the wheelchairs?
Yeah, they can sit on it, but they can't sit on long.
They can't sit the length of a flight.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you know all them wheelchairs be lined up for their asses.
30 minutes or more.
Literally.
Get off
Yeah,
the roof.
literally.
Literally there.
Wow. So you can't even sit on there for like, I think the flight from Atlanta is like an hour and a half.
But not just that. Even
Yeah,
once
about
you
that.
come home for days. You can't.
What you say?
Even once you come home for days, like you're not supposed to be on your booty for some days.
But you know what's so crazy though?
Mm.
My thing is like this: why are you not preparing? Because there are recovery houses, and everywhere you go, any city or state that you go get this done, it's a recovery house, so you can stay there and recover. You don't have to come home.
Right, but even after that, you're not. It's for
Yeah, it's still days that you have to.
What?
They stay in the
For a
recovery
long
house.
period of time.
And you gotta get the massages and all that.
Like they don't fly home the same day, so they do go in the recovery house, but it's still an extended period days that they can't be on their behind.
Not being a pervert, but I wanna see the difference. I wanna touch the difference between a BBL ass and a natural ass.
You ain't never
what-
felt one?
I don't think
A BBL ass?
Yeah.
No, because I'm not interested in all that. Like, especially if it's like one of them oblong looking crazy asses. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be able to see that it looks like a natural butt, but I want to see what the difference is between that BBL and a regular, you know.
it's perfectly shaped.
So
It'll-
Hutch, the
It'll
next
just-
time when you on MLK about 7:50 in the morning, right in front of the new Mother Mary Lane, go get you a test field.
What they got some over there?
They definitely got one, and it's just like what you said. It's from the corner of Saratoga all the way down to Pratt Street.
But
What they got?
they're transferring the fat. So they're taking the fat from like your belly or
Yeah.
and they put it in your butt. And they
Oh, so it
so
ain't
it's gonna feel natural.
it ain't the stuff that they used back in the day, the
Yeah,
little thing that
not
be
that.
flipping around.
No.
It's transfer.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
They're
Well,
just
okay.
framing it to make it, perfect. So you
So
just
is that why their waist becomes so small? Because
No,
they
that-
pretty much
Yeah,
then sucked out.
they take it from there and they frame it for you. Like they start shaping. That's what the massages and the suits are for, to keep that frame that they shaped for you. And then
Well, any ladies out there want to get a BBL, I'll suck the fat out my stomach for y'all to go ahead.
You selling fat?
Yeah.
You selling fat.
Yeah, yeah.
Y'all
Yeah.
know that somewhere it's a commodity. Wait a minute. Randy said he had two friends that opened up a post-surgery for business.
Hey, Randy, can you hook it up and put them on the show? Get them on the show. I want to talk to them.
Like I've seen people, and I've lied to you not. I get it. It's amazing to watch that waist disappear, and then they have perfectly You
Well,
know,
I'll tell y'all this.
Hey.
I am a fan of Dr. Curve. Andrew is his first name. I don't know his real what his real last name is. I think it's started with a G. But I'm a fan of him, especially on Twitter. Like he show you all the procedures on Twitter. So, you know, on Instagram it's more of like the before and after real quick shots. But on Twitter, when you follow him, he show you all that stuff. So I'm a fan of him. You already know, Marlon. I'm trying to get this money.
Yeah. I say, Hutch should open up a recovery van.
Yeah, there ain't no problem. I'll go pick him up.
Turn Ruth into the medical coach.
You already know. then I got the other one with the TV in it. Y'all definitely have a good old time.
So Ricardo got the TV.
Yeah, go ahead, just hang out while we come on back home. I think you're right. I think I should get them people from the doctor to back to Baltimore, wherever they gotta get to.
well, at this point, I feel the ass I have is the ass I'm gonna go with. And pay for no ass, I want a man to pay for my ass, and I haven't had to pay for ass to get the shit that I do get. So I'm gonna just keep this one right here.
I'm gonna tell you this. I wish Stitch was here, or we can get one of these men on the room. I'll tell you this much. Me, if I pay for somebody's ass, believe you me, we ain't going nowhere. You and me are stuck together. Just like if somebody gave somebody some type of organ, we are stuck together. If I pay for your ass, you think you about to be flopping that thing all around and getting numbers and all that other shit? Shit me. We are stuck together.
Well, let me ask you that, Hutch, since you said that
Keloid ass.
about any other body part, would y'all have to stay together? Because I know somebody that paid $35,000 for their wife's mouth.
Well, that mouth is mine. What that mouth do?
The only thing she's sucking is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can get you a pickle. You can get you a cucumber. But baby girl, that mouth belonged to me.
Look, I tell y'all, I didn't believe it until I actually saw the statement. And it, like I said, shout out to Care Credit, because Care Credit approved him.
I don't care if it's Care Credit, Who Credit, their credit. Baby girl, if I pay for your ass, that ass is mine.
Well,
marriage or no marriage, that will be your ring and your ceremony. That ass is mine.
Okay.
Shit.
Well.
Yes, sir.
I think DJ Frank has spoke.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be flaunting that ass around the club and all that shit.
So she can't ever go to the club.
Huh?
She can't ever go to the club.
Yeah, you go to the club, you ain't gonna be flaunting that ass around. Or you gotta have one of them all.
You home?
Put a little jacket around your waist or something. What you think about? Shit, nigga feeling on my investment. Fuck out of here.
They don't got feel on it just because she in the club. Club,
beach resort, work, however you want to cut it, whatever. That ass is mine. This is our ass.
I'm fitting to act up. Get these done, the butt done, the arms done.
Marlon!
The teeth done.
Where's
IG model?
Where's Six with that what was the plan here?
Don't even mention that bullshit plan. No.
Where's Six with that plan that Marlon? I'm telling you, you need that plan.
Marlon ain't going nowhere.
Don't let that ass out the house, Marlon. You better have that you better create a business and make her work at home.
Yeah. She on permanent lockdown.
You better find a sitter and go to the club with me, but y'all gonna be sick of me.
You better sit your ass at the house. But what you say? You gotta go to the store? Oh, okay. I got you. I'll be back. What you need? Yeah.
Look at that. Randy said, if you get the work done, show it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna show that thing off in the house? What's wrong with you?
Well, but look, Toya, just understand that if all of this it goes somewhere. If all of this happened, you going on permanent lockdown. You going there on administrative sag.
My husband is nothing like that. My husband
put her ass on C block.
The shenanigans. My husband all for it. Happy, are you happy?
Can you mute me? Can you mute me?
God damn, what's wrong with this? What's wrong with this damn dog?
Want his butt done.
Yeah, she want her ass done now.
The dog is like, I need you, Kathy.
You gotta mute yourself. You gotta mute yourself. If you don't get your ass out there.
The dog said,
Hey, Randy, you want everybody to see that ass? Shit me. That's my investment. We at the house together.
It's done to show it off.
Yeah, ain't no problem.
You show off even when it's not done. So what's the difference?
Show off at the house.
Okay, well, that's enough ass showing. So, we always gotta say something about Kanye West.
Goddamn again.
I don't got nothing about Kanye.
Oh.
But I'm gonna let y'all know now. I'm about to start carrying a camera with me everywhere we go. Cause Cootie and Cheek, is it?
Yeah, 30 mil.
Got $30 million for that Netflix special of Kanye. So going forward, I'm recording everything that the shop do.
Yo,
So
just
that
imagine though, like
But
20 years in the making. He got $30 million.
right.
Okay, Randy.
I'm here for. I am trying to get that money. So going forward, I'm saving all of these. Our meetings when we hang out, I'm gonna go ahead and get that Netflix money.
Yeah.
And other news, you want to tell that game story?
The game?
Yes, because I'm about to put myself on mute.
JC on what? Verse Eminem?
No,
No.
they're saying the game in.
Oh, did he? Oh,
I won't see such rubbish.
They say JC on brother, but then put out a story that him and Diddy got a sex tape together. That's your boy, Sean Puff Daddy Combs. Yeah, she don't want to talk about Sean Puff Daddy Combs.
I just allowed you a second for it. Moving on.
I mean, hey, I forgot about it. I'm just saying. You know, a lot of people keep on talking about Puff in this bisexual situation he got going on.
Everybody got something to say, but they ain't showing nothing.
Yeah, who wants to die?
Well, hey, then they need to shut their mouth. How about that?
Kim Porter gone.
Don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Don't. You know what? We're gonna switch the subject right now because I will not take the slander. Not at all. I will have Diddy sue you myself.
Hell no. We got 30 million for me.
I'm gonna be like, you see what Cardi B did to Tasha K? Go ahead and do that to that man over there.
Shit, he might as well go ahead and get the company. But guess what? Don't let me get no footage. That's his ass.
You better leave my man alone. Anyway, moving right along.
All right.
I don't appreciate it. But okay, so I got a question for y'all. Or a story rather. This guy, married couple. The wife leaves the child in the car all the time. A baby. But not like, left the baby in the car, went to work. But I guess if she went into the gas station store and she don't want to take the baby in, she leaves the baby in the car. The husband got tired of her doing it. So he pulled up, took the baby out the car, let her come out and think that the baby had been kidnapped. He watched her, lose her mind for a while. And then he came over to her and was like, hey, the baby is okay. All I'm asking is that you stop doing that. Did he go too far?
Nope. You know what I would have did?
Kathy?
Can't hear you. Hey, Rich.
All right, Brandy.
In the relationship with me, I think that's a bit extreme. However, if I'm doing something with our child together, he asks me not to do. If he really don't like it, then I would like to respect him for that and have the respect to not do it. But as long as he got back to her before the cops came or anything like that, no. I would say it's not too far, as long as he got back to her. But because he had to say it over and over, and she keeps doing it. So
Right.
that's the only thing I'm thinking.
I'd rather. I'm glad he did something like that, but guess what? I would have took it. I would have took it a little further. I'd have been at the house chilling, let her go crazy for real.
Yeah, I think it was a lesson well deserved too, because that is just so dangerous. Um, and I just
To
I'm
be able
with
to go and be able to pull that off mean you do it a lot.
Right.
So that it must
which
be.
means that she really wasn't watching the car as well.
Exactly. That's my thing. Like you not only left the baby in the car, I'm sure, or I hope she had the doors locked, and because he probably has another key, that's how he got the baby. But I mean, I have a 13-year-old. I don't like to leave her anywhere, but if I leave her to go in the gas station, I am, like Kathy said, I'm watching the car. She ain't noticed that whole thing go down. So that means you're focused, like you're really not focused either.
Nope.
So it was a harsh lesson, but she could have learned a tougher lesson because babies have been kidnapped and carjackings because the parent got out the car and the carjacker not realizing that the baby's in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And she'd have room to be mad.
We're in the car as well, so I can understand. I mean, because reality is sometimes it does just happen, but I mean, she has to do it a lot for him to be able to catch you up to do it. Like if you did it
Always.
once.
I said, and to know that you're always doing it.
Right. Yeah, it had to be a lot. I'm not going to sit here and never say I didn't run in Tasha's house or your house, then drop something off and the kid might have been in the car or something. That's one thing. But to do it enough where someone has a problem with it, it must be a lot. And as you guys were saying, she's not focused on the child being in there. And that's probably what's his main problem. Like, you're not even paying attention. You go on in the store and you're not even trying to rush out. Because I've seen people like damn, they have heart attacks because they ran in and real quick and came out. She's not even doing that. She casually, probably on the phone, whole other stuff.
And you never know who's watching you, because I don't know if any of you all have ever had this experience, but when my son was like probably about 10 months and my oldest daughter was like 14, but she's really short. I went through the McDonald's drive-through and her order was wrong. So it was nobody in the inside of the McDonald's. And I literally ran in real quick and was like, my order's wrong. And I'm watching the car at the same time. And just in like 2 minutes, the Howard County police pulled up because they said somebody called to say I left, a child in the seat unattended. And they couldn't see my 14-year-old in the car because she's so short. And the car seat was high.
Mm-hmm.
But, and I didn't see nobody even watching me, but somebody was watching me. And they came just that quick.
It was Ricky. I'm joking.
Yeah. I mean, but it was just
Did you hear her, Kathy?
Yeah, she said it was rigged. Just the
no,
that ain't what she said.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
I said it was Ricky.
Now, I don't know who it was, but let me just tell you, when I tell you I had to go through like 10,001 questions with the Howard County Police, it was the worst. And then they actually followed me like about another 10 minutes.
But why, if your daughter was in the car?
I don't know. Like
that's Howard County for you.
Yeah, they wanted her full name, her date of birth, and they even asked me for her social security number.
Oh no!
And luckily, I had it saved in my phone, but they really wanted to verify her age.
I would have said no because I don't know Mimi's. I
would have said that's a little bit too much. Like, you need a social.
So Howard County charges you for plastic bags and the police following you? I'm done.
Look, hey, Howard County the other night pulled my homeboy over talking about he was following them too close. So Howard County don't play that.
Oh Lord, I know not to go out there. I was, I was about to go out there, but I guess I won't be going.
Damn, Randy.
Yeah, Randy said he had a similar experience.
Dang, they couldn't tell kids. Let me tell y'all about Baltimore County. I cut Mimi's finger. She bled so much that my niece had time to drive here. We still get to the hospital. Her finger was still bleeding. They glued her hand and was like, have a nice day.
Dang.
We were sitting in that hospital. I was like, girl, they are going to take her. How am I going to explain losing this kid? And we're like, all right, get out of here.
Mm.
Howard County would have had my baby to this day.
Howard County would have had your ass in motherfucking Howard County Detention Center.
I'd have been in jail. She'd have been in foster care.
You over the Fed. You down Supermax. We coming to bring you commissary. We coming taking a collection to give you commissary.
I think it's all the police departments with the H, because I got stopped the other day for driving without my light on for like 1 minute.
Y'all see what Patrick said?
What'd he say? Had a friend who likes to keep his car running and go to the house. So I took it and parked it around the corner, and he came out crying. Yo, I don't like people like y'all.
Lesson learned.
Buzz leaves his car on all the time. He'll be across the street and his car's running, and for like a half hour, like no.
But you know that's a charge, right?
Why is the car running anyway?
I hope he ain't letting the car run now with gas prices at $4.19 and up.
He better not.
Yeah. Did y'all know that that's a charge? That you can get charged for that? For leaving your car running?
Supposed to leave it unattended. Like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
That is true. I leave mine in the driveway, so I think I'm still good.
Nope.
Because it's on my property.
Nope. My car
Well,
got stolen like that.
It's also too. You have to have the parking brake on and
Now,
everything.
Because I'm on a slight hill. So
My car got stolen like that. And when my car was stolen, they that's the first thing that they wanted to know was the car running, and they was like, I should give you a ticket. I should do this.
Automatic start. So that's like
I ain't had enough happen. Now you want to give me a ticket?
right.
Yes, so that talk about insensitivity.
I didn't leave the car running, but I think I left my car unlocked. And where I used to live, I guess they had like people they were going and checking cars, and so they wasn't really breaking in. They were just entering. And so I would leave my wallet in the car. And I came out one day and I was looking for my wallet, and I was like, well, dang, where's that? And I went to go in the house, and I came back out, and I saw the police while I was outside. The police walked up to me, and he was like, he said, your car got broken into? I said, I guess it did. He says, this your wallet? I had my license in it, so it had the address on it. And he was like, I was just coming to you. He was like, yeah, they broke in your car. He said, was your door unlocked? I said, I don't think so. He said, was it unlocked? I said, what you want to is keep questioning me. I said it was locked, but I definitely think it was unlocked. Rich said, unattended. Patrick, don't act like Randy with these paragraphs now. I was at the gas station with my truck running, but it was a remote start, and the police pulled up and tried to give me a ticket, but they couldn't because the truck was remote start. I was about to ask about that. Like,
because I was going to say everyone has remote start.
Everybody but me, but go on. I was about to say, like, so how does that work? So should Kathy have just lied and be like, oh, I got a remote start? That's why.
Oh, no, but see, at that time I didn't have a remote start.
I lied.
You probably gotta prove that.
Yeah,
Right.
I didn't have a remote start.
But I
it was
guess
just a regular car.
The car was stolen, so they needed to find it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
So when they found it, they'd have been like, ma'am.
Because the same person I find it.
I'd have been like, oh no, you know what? It's my husband's car that got the remote start. My bad. Yeah, I was traumatized. My shit was stolen. Like, what you?
Look, that's another story I got to tell y'all about the stolen vehicle, because I was traumatized once they found it. Once they told me what happened in it, I was traumatized.
Somebody got killed in it.
No, it was two of the LGBTQ whatever.
These are the words.
Getting it on, and they set off a silent alarm at the school.
These are the words of Sharp Lady. Please do not take offense. Community, it's not us. It's the Sharp Lady's words. We have nothing to do. We love the LGBTQ.
I didn't
love
say
you all.
I didn't say I didn't love it. I just said I was traumatized. Anybody would be traumatized if they they found out somebody was having sex in their vehicle.
Whoa, I don't know about all that, but yeah, I feel you. Those are the words of Sharp Lady once again. This is not the Words of Sharp podcast. Thank you.
It would be payback for me, so I wouldn't even sweat that part. Speaking of parenting fails, I got another story. So, there's this couple. I couldn't find the article to read it verbatim, but there's this couple. They've been common law marriage, I guess, and they both make a decent amount of money. I think the guy said they both make up 175,000. They have separate bank accounts. They split the bills equally because they make the same amount. They were saving up to go on vacation and stuff, but because of the pandemic, they didn't go away. So they were like, they were going to have a child instead. He said he came home one day and she had a 6-page of a contract basically saying that she was like, she found out that when she goes on maternity leave, they allow her 6 months, but they pay her at half her salary. And then if it takes any additional time, is at 0. So she can still keep her job, but she wouldn't get paid after the 6 months. So she was like, she wants to pay her the difference of what she's losing. What do y'all think of that?
Vacation me, please.
Mom, what do you mean vacation?
Did you say they were saving for a vacation, but they couldn't go, so they still had to try to have a baby?
Yeah, it was they couldn't because I don't know why they couldn't travel because of the pandemic, but they decided not to travel and they would opt for a child.
Yeah, that's what I say. Vacation me. I'm not about to do that with you.
Yeah.
Miss Sharpley?
I don't even know what to say about that. I think that is just I don't know. I think
he has to pay her.
Yeah, I think that that's very selfish of her to think like that, and I think that that oh wow, that kind of blew me, Toy. I gotta think about that one.
So I have a different outlook on it. I don't think she worded it quite well, but I do understand where she's coming from. Because he can't have the child. So I'm going to have to take the sacrifice and pay. I probably wouldn't have said, can you
not a sacrifice.
Wait a minute. I probably wouldn't say pay me the difference, but I would feel like we need to restructure how we pay things, because in the end, she is going to be the one to sacrifice. If we have a $2,000 mortgage and my pay is cut in half, then I still can't afford to pay the same amount that you can pay.
Then maybe you need to stop halving it and halving it and go together. I mean, if you're going stop halving it and hold it. Like we put our money in together that way then. Yeah. But if you're doing your thing and I'm doing my thing.
So from the article, it seemed like he was pretty adamant that their financial setup works, and that's what he wants to keep.
He want to keep this. He want to keep
that we have separate accounts, and we just go in half on everything.
Okay.
Right, but why do I have to pay you?
I wouldn't want to have a child with a person like that then.
But that's why I said I wouldn't have worded that way, and I wouldn't have probably with it written out just so that I can make sure I get everything across. So I'm not gonna say I wouldn't have had the 16-page binder. I just wouldn't have said I want you to pay me the difference. I would just say we have to.
He's paying you the difference. He's going out on half too. He's where she would be too.
So
right.
I can't, because I don't have it. I don't know if she said pay me the exact difference or I still don't think it's a smart way to present it, but so that we both have equal income. And again, that would go towards merging your bank accounts. And then, but there is because I don't know what common law rules are anywhere. So if he decides to leave, she on her own. And they don't seem like they want to get married. I don't know why they don't want to do things that make the situation a little bit easier. But I get where she is coming from though. I just wouldn't present it that way.
But I think that's something we discussed before we have children, like how we
I
would
don't
do
know if she's
this
pregnant yet,
thing.
or if that was her discussion. Like, in order to go into this is what I feel, because I didn't hear that she was pregnant yet. Now,
He could probably get maternity leave too.
huh?
He could probably get maternity leave
Yeah,
too,
'cause
and
some
be
people don't. I was talking to somebody about it. Like, where I work, men get the same leave that we get.
Mhm.
So you both could take off and that's whether you give birth or adopt a child. Like, you get the same leave across the board. I will say, when it comes to 50-50, and this is probably what I was trying to explain. I've heard, not always, I've heard Tobias say that 50-50 doesn't mean we both pay the same amount, but we're both paying the same percentage from our paycheck, if that makes sense. Like, if you make 175,000 and I make 50,000, we shouldn't go in half on this $3,000 mortgage.
I wouldn't say that for all people. I think these are things that need to be discussed in relationship, because I think every relationship works differently. I don't think there's a solid line
Right.
on how, like you said, how 50-50 work or whatever per se like that, because it's either you have it or you don't. It's not about me trying what you think I should have or how I'm supposed to have. Like, realistically, I don't even know how we came up with like our financial stuff in my. I really don't know how we did it, because we do
It works for us.
right, because I mean, we knew basic stuff like I knew he would pay the mortgage, and we set what bills I would pay, but we have our own personal like credit cards or loans or businesses, so our income is like totally not together. It's together but it's not together. So huh?
It says
I-
separate but equal.
I'll say this:
I would say it's equal. But
if that man, if she not pregnant, I'm sure he done bought him a lot of condoms.
I would.
I mean,
If he doesn't agree with it, but I just don't want to be looked at as, because, like I said, I don't think, like you said, you don't know the full story. I don't know if it's being worded properly, because all that do is put him in the position she don't want to be put in.
yeah, so that's why I said I was wondering if it was not like give me exactly what I'm missing, but make us even again, and then I can pay half of everything.
But it's not him. It's not her. It's him paying it. You know. So
I mean, so essentially,
going to change.
like, it has
Because
to
we're get together now.
pay
So
more.
huh?
I said, and that's like essentially what I was saying. Like, you just have to readjust, and he pay more. I think it was for me, it was probably the wrong discussion to have, but I definitely think it's a discussion, because I don't think that that's a lot of what people think about when and I feel like that was her doing the research before they got pregnant, was like, I am going to lose this amount of income, so I can't do this. I just think that for me, I feel like her approach wouldn't work over here.
Well, for me, I would feel like then we can't afford to have a baby. If you need me to start putting in more, you can't afford it then, because they do stuff not together. They have I got my half, I have my half. If you can't do it out the half, you can't afford to have baby, because our expenses are going to come up, because you want to continue to make what you're making. And I mean, it's not. I mean, the other thing too, it's not permanent. It's only temporary.
I think the other thing she pointed out, and this is something that I never hear people talk about. And I always bring it up when people talk about paternity tests at the time of birth. She brought up how much it would cost to have the baby, and that cost is only incurred on her.
Well, isn't it, since they're fake common law, or even if you're married, that would be a bill that should be split then, right?
I was just saying, I would figure that's the boyfriend girlfriend bill too. If y'all not living that way already at some point,
Right.
y'all shouldn't be thinking about having a baby right now. Because that would go without saying. Like, if I'm with a guy, we may not be married, or we could be married.
Y'all might think it go without saying. It's a lot of people. It's a lot of people who look at that bill and be like, "That's your bill."
But that's not somebody.
That's-
That's not somebody that worry about that. Those type of things should be in a relationship with a person like that. Like, you know that. Then why would I want to have a kid with you if you figure this is just on me? Like, if it's going on my insurance and it's going to be high, we would have a discussion like, the insurance high, whatever, and we just got to pay more at it. I wouldn't have a problem paying more on, helping pay the insurance I didn't, for the bills for my child.
I think that their way of living is really, even though they quote unquote common law married, I think it's really a bullshit way, because it seems like we're both living a life of really a single life. I work, I get my money, you get your money, I'm doing my thing, you doing your thing, and now we about to have this baby. I want you to start paying me. So basically, now she wants child support. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't together for real. But we together. Like, they way they living is they living in a single life anyways.
I think it's complicated.
Right.
All right.
Because if you marry and you with the person, we not about to have a conversation of, oh, I'm about to go on maternity leave, whoever leave, blah 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 leave, and I need you to do for me. You my man, you my woman, you my husband, you my wife. We already know what need to be get done. I'm not going to be making the same amount of money, so you go ahead and we going to work this out together.
Right. So, like, in a relationship, if I get fired, do that mean I gotta leave the house because I can't pay my
right
bills anymore?
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. That you want me to, and what makes things worse is, like, when people see a contract. If I see a contract, I don't want no parts of it anyways. Now you put me in a contract, so are we together or are we not together? You contracted me now. Like, what's happening here?
I mean, I hear you. I said she presented it wrong. I just still say I'm a realist. It sounds good to say you shouldn't be with a person that does this, or you shouldn't be with a person that does that. But I think a lot of people have been in relationships where they thought it would turn out one way.
Right. If you don't talk about it, you have to talk about it. Come to some terms of agreement, or you are opening yourself up to it happening. I'm not going to be with that's me, of course, but I'm not going to sit and spend 5, 6 or more years with somebody and I don't know that for sure if I lose my job, he's going to pay all the rent or the mortgage or something like that. Or if we're buying a car and he say I take the note and then he loses his job, be like, oh well, I guess that note goes up the hill. That changed the fact.
It's a lot of things that's common sense. You know what I'm saying? When you're in a relationship, or especially if you're getting married, it's common sense. That means that their partnership not strong. You know what I'm saying? If I got a partner that ain't got my back, what I need to be with that person for anyways?
Right.
Then we ain't partners. You know what I'm saying? I'm out here, if I lose my job and now I got this vehicle, we got half the mortgage, and I'm thinking you're gonna hold it down, but you really in your mind frame like,
right.
Nigga,
that's it. I can't help you out.
Right. Like, you better still get out there and get something, because
homie, what you gonna do?
The mortgage is due. You better. Oh, baby girl.
I go.
Baby girl, we not partners then. You ain't helped me hold it. You ain't holding it down for me until I get back on my feet.
But I promise y'all, sometimes when people will turn coat on you real quick.
And that's what I'm saying. You're gonna have to learn that about this person once you have this kid with them. How is that going to turn out? How do we do schooling, private schools, or extracurricular activities, all of that stuff?
They go on half.
But she don't make the same anymore. So, well, I guess she'll be back to making the same.
Yeah, she gonna be back after she go back in 6 months, whatever she gonna leave it.
Yeah, she'll be back. They'll be back to half then. So that might work for them once they back at half. They just won't argue why he has to pay the extra, and then they be back right when they go back to half.
No, thank you.
But some people don't want to do it all by themselves, so they'll go through these extremes for someone that, I guess I see what you're saying, Toy, because you do have people out here in relationships for houses and cars. They don't. They cheating on each other. Don't spend time with each other, but don't want to leave the house. But you live miserable in the house too. But you don't want to leave the big house. So
Right.
like you go through all this stuff, and then you go home. Then some of them still sleep in the same bed and everything.
That's what they did on Love and Marriage Huntsville. Since 6ix9ine here to talk about reality shows, I will.
Woo! Mr. Six and his lifetime life.
Leave that man alone because he watched reality shows. Listen, I was sitting in here watching it, and y'all be phony about y'all not really watching it. I was watching. Marlon came in the house, sat down, asked me a question or two, and I had to say, look, I gotta go get ready for the show. So I'm gonna have to cut this off because this is my show. Like, you have to go watch something else, watch it on your login.
Marlon.
I was liking it. So
Go ahead, watch Black Ink or some shit like that, sir.
look, Love and Marriage is good, and they got one coming to DC, so I want to see it because Monique from Real Housewives of Potomac is on. So, but speaking of bad coupling, I got another question for y'all. Do you think it's okay for your mate, married or not, to be friends or hanging out with their ex?
What they hanging out for?
What if they still friends? You don't know exes that you still friends with?
I don't know. If I basically how my friends my friend type of situations is different because I don't think I have no real quote unquote friends that we was in a relationship with, we didn't have sex and all that other shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't think that I'm about to sit here and go outside with my ex. Like that should be crazy. Like you going outside with your ex. Now people think y'all together. Like what y'all working it? Y'all working it out? No, nigga. I'm just hanging with my homie. You know what I'm saying? Because now you outside with your ex and they taking pictures and they sending it to your partner, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, your whoever. Now you gotta explain that shit. No, I'll pass.
7.
Typically, I say no. Just don't even do it. However, there are situations where people still mutually get along. But my code and my key is anything that makes the other person uncomfortable, you just don't. Just get rid of it and don't do it. Like I have exes that I'm still cool with. Like I'm really still cool with. But I'm not out with them on a regular basis either. Like we may have been out before at places where we all been at or whatever. Other people were. We all know some of the same people, but not on a regular basis. And
one-on-one.
right, not on a regular basis. And even if it was like it hadn't to be like a one-on-one type thing. It's nothing that this person's been out of, like it couldn't be some, not especially definitely not a recent ex, was an ex that I've always stayed in contact with, somebody you go back and forth with. Like it had to be years ago, way before this person, where it's nothing, they heard this name, but it's nothing where they feel uncomfortable with. Because if they feel uncomfortable in any way, shape, or form, and some people are let you know off the back, I'm uncomfortable with that. So
Right.
go on, tell your exes, bile out gracefully now. Bile out.
Over.
Yeah,
If
you're a friend, you understand.
Exactly. I personally I want to say for Marlon, no, he can't hang out with his ex.
We're talking about you.
If he got another one that I don't know about, he can hang out with that one. I don't know one, he can't hang out with that one. For me, if my husband has a problem with that, if my husband comes up the steps right now and say, I got a problem with you being on this podcast, I'm gonna be like, well, guys, it's been fun.
Just teach me how to stream, y'all. Peace out.
Exactly. I'm not even gonna teach you. I'm gonna be like, hey, you might want to tell the other person that knows how to use StreamYard to help you out. But this has been fun. I'm gonna leave the group. Don't even follow me on Facebook anymore. So
ain't no problem. Hey, look, you got to respect. Even in a boyfriend girlfriend relationship, some things you got to respect. But when you married, that's a whole different ballgame. You gotta respect them rules. Like, yo, if your husband or your wife be like, hey, look, I don't give a fuck what you doing. If I catch you outside the street with that motherfucking person, it's on. Or as they say, these kids say, on sight.
What am I lying about, Marlon? By the way, since you are watching, Patrick X, was I taking notes? I'm not taking notes. I was writing my order down. So can you come upstairs and get it? Go on.
Ah!
I'm gonna be at 8:00. Please come get my food, babe.
Marlon said, you lying like shit.
Hey, and Patrick gonna back it up. Both of you. Come get my food though.
Damn. Come get that food.
So I mean, I don't have any exes that I hang out with though, so it's not really a question.
What if it wasn't an ex? What if it was somebody you slept with?
The same rules apply. Like I told you, if this man could say, I don't want you in the group, I'm gonna leave. Like if he tell me, if I got a friend that he don't like, I'm gonna be like, hey. Now what I will do, I don't like when people just cut people off. And I know some be like, don't even communicate ever with them. But if I don't tell you why I'm cutting you off, you're gonna keep calling. So
let me ask you this question. As you married folks over there, all happily, blissfully and bullshit, do you have to have a reason for Marlon to say, why don't you like them?
Are you saying, do I need a reason? No.
So Marlon be like, hey, I don't want you on the show. And you ain't gonna say, why, Marlon? What's going on?
I think in that case, yes. I was joking about that. But if it's like somebody that I slept with,
Well, even if you was hanging out with your ex or hanging out with a friend,
it would be given. I think it's a given. So I don't think I need to have a. Now, if it's a random friend, if he's like, you know what, I don't think you and Hutch need to be friends.
right?
I will be like, why would he do? What we gotta fuck him up for?
Yeah.
But if it's an ex, if he like, hey, I don't want you hanging out with XYZ anymore, I'm gonna automatically get why he's uncomfortable with it.
Would you tell, if you hanging out with a guy, would you tell Marlon or would you tell your husband, no, that's my ex boo?
I would.
Yeah, I tell Marlon everybody.
That's the one I told you I had sex with the cripple one. That's the one I told you can't fuck. That's the one. Don't say nothing. Keep walking. But that's just me.
Marlon will say I overshare with him, so it's gonna be like a. Remember, I told you such and such and such and such. That's him right there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like, huh? Who?
Exactly. Marlon gonna be like, no,
to me.
Oh. Yeah. He never remember, but
trust me, I don't think he doing it. He ain't telling me that's the girl from right there, this, that, and the other. He ain't gonna do it with me. And the funny thing is, I don't care. But he wouldn't share with me.
I mean, I don't know. Hutch, would you ask why?
Would I ask why you want me to hang out with them no more?
Yeah.
If it's a ex, I can understand. If I told you that was an ex, I can understand why. But if it's just like a home girl, you know, everybody say I'm Mr. Friendly. So, you know, if I got a partner and they say, oh, you too friendly with that person, and I don't want you hanging with them, but they don't know if it's an ex or if it's somebody who I did whatever with, I might be like, why? What's wrong with them? You know what I'm saying? I would want to know what's going on. But, you know, as far as all that other stuff, sometimes you just got to respect the situation and don't make the situation a little bit bigger than what it need to be. Just go ahead, just call it a day, cut it a loss.
Is it okay to get a bad vibe from the person?
They say they get a bad vibe.
Yeah.
Man, yeah. That means you can get a bad vibe on anybody. You know what I'm saying? You can just be like, oh, I ain't feeling them.
I mean, it's true, but they call it women's intuition.
I ain't gonna get it. You know, it's two of y'all versus me, so I ain't gonna get into this woman intuition today. Maybe next week.
Sometimes I think everybody have an intuition with things. I've been wrong. I've been right, but each his own.
I'm normally right. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh gosh, see?
Thank you, Kevin. Forgot he told me years ago. Can't call him Cat. All right, so the next one is oh, I did want to talk about gas prices. I mentioned it earlier. And since
Gas,
we're talking about traveling,
gas is high as a giraffe's ass.
are we supposed to take a road trip? Traffic in the way. And Marlon was like, whose car are we taking? And I was like, whoever's car takes less to fill up. Because I didn't realize when I requested this trip, gas was going to be $4.60 a gallon.
Right now.
And I
heard it's going up higher.
Huh?
I heard it's going up higher.
Yeah, Friday it could be $5.
That's why I said right now.
I'm gonna go to Costco because I saw Tobias say how much their gas was. I don't remember what he said, but
Right.
it was still $4. I will say that.
The other night, man, I paid
You
$93 for some gas.
Get their gas too. I rode past the other night and the line was ridiculous.
I probably, first of all, I lost my Costco card, so I'm going to have to find it and get a new one and then get in the line to get unless I can come borrow yours. I don't know.
That gas went for Costco out in Columbia the other day was off the chain. I wasn't waiting in the line, but I seen them people waiting.
Get their gas.
It's too much. And then on top of that, Joe Robinette Biden wants people to go back to work.
Y'all do need to take y'all asses back to work. I'm sorry.
Ma'am.
Society, that's why them children's failing. That's why the
that's why I go to school. My child did great during the pandemic, and she does great in person.
Okay, we're gonna shut you up right now. But
I can't
what y'all think about City Hall? The only City Hall in the United States is not open in Baltimore City. They're not open.
So when they going back to work?
They ain't got no date. They ain't going.
Listen, I don't believe. I talked to my boss last week, and I said, "Well, when do you think we're going back?" Because we already know our whole company is not going back to work at all. There are some people who are going to go in, but 90% of the company is going to stay remote. So Robinette ain't winning with this company.
I think it's a horrible thing, honestly. I think it makes people lazy. They're not accountable. It's ridiculous. It's not what work ethic should be like. Unfortunately, we're taking too advantage of it.
However, as someone who works corporately that works from home, I think that I'm not going to speak for every company. I have heard this across the board, but I will say with our company, productivity has not dropped and has almost gone up. I will admit, I am lazy, but I take the best naps, but I do get more work done.
That's why I think it's a good work ethic, though.
But
like,
I work that way. The bottom line is their bottom line has increased with us being home.
Right, but it's like let's say, I'm saying overall, when you have to go out and be out, you're not even prepared anymore because you're so lazy from being a cousin. It's like with the transition between the kids and school, how they were saying they were doing so much better at school, but they're not doing as good with the pandemic. Like you said, 6 in one hand, half a dozen the other. I also heard parents say their children did much better. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. But I mean, people are at work drinking and all of these type of things. Unfortunately, we're not responsible enough to be.
I think
they might not as much as they do at home.
Talk about it more, but I think a lot of the things that happen at work, I think the only difference is people that go to work in their pajamas. But because trust me, I can get a good nap in the building too.
Right, not like at home though. It's like done.
I think people are more productive at home because there are still work distractions that happen. Like I know for us, we miss just being around each other. So that's the part that we miss. But most of our people are more productive because they don't have that hanging out with their coworkers going on. Now, it's hard to be productive if both parents home and the kid home and
I see, because I'm seeing what you're saying. That makes a lot of sense. But on the other side, I see a big difference kids are getting dropped off late to school, to childcare. They're getting picked up later from school and childcare. And everybody keep talking about these gas prices, but they always out in these streets. I don't know how you can afford to go all these places. They still out. So that's another reason why these gas prices aren't going to go down but so much, because we're still consuming it. Now, if we were like, oh no, this is too much, and it really was hurting people pockets like that, where they could see like they're not getting gas, I think it would go down. But it never went down from whatever storm we had years ago. We never went back down to $1 and something. It always just get higher and higher and higher. So I really don't think we're not going to see those. I think the $4 will be the lowest prices that they go down to.
Well, God bless those who work at home. Unfortunately, I have to be out here in these streets, and I got to gas vehicles up, so all that shit don't mean nothing to me. But for any customer out there listening, I tried, but I'm gonna have to raise some rates as well. So it is what it is. Once you're out there and you riding around, you go into the market, you go into the, you know what I'm saying? Because even like from what I'm understanding, I'm guessing Uber and Instacart people, you know, their rates probably will be going up more too because of the gas. So even if you go and order Uber Eats or DoorDash or Instacart, it don't matter anyways. You still gonna be paying some type of money. You raise so it is.
That's why I don't think it's gonna really go down much. Like, because you got to go. Like, let's say you start taking public transportation. They have pushing out more transportation, so it's gonna keep going up.
Right? You think the bus ain't gonna go up? The bus gonna go up. The train gonna go up. All that's gonna go up too.
So I would say
we're gonna suffer from it.
Kristen said, I think if the work is being done, leave people alone, make it performance based. I agree with that. And I think the issue is not so much that people are lazy or what they're doing at home.
I'm talking about the lazy.
I'm saying companies don't care if their people are being lazy or not, as long as the work is being done. The issue is companies have these leases
on their building
being used. So that's just like when they say kids needed to go back to school because they weren't learning virtually. No, kids needed to go back to school because they weren't getting funding for kids not being in school. So the reality is, it's not that they're worried about what people are doing outside of getting the job done. Is they lose the money from leases. At my company, they're trying to get rid of leases, so that's why they don't care about sending.
And I definitely get that, but at the same token, somebody got to be in these buildings and stuff too. So it grows. I mean, it definitely goes around to a whole bunch of circles and avenues and principles and stuff like that. And it's just going to change a lot because, you know, everybody's job is not remote. You know what I mean? Some have to be in, some can't be in. So I definitely get it. However, like you say, even going to work, there's effects because like I said, we get the ones that don't come from happy hour stuff. But I mean, it does have a difference. Like a lot of people are very, very lazy. You just not doing nothing. You like this all day. And if you get your work done that way, fine. But is it the best thing for us? Is it the best way to be? And how much work are you really putting into something that way?
My homegirl, she works for the I believe it's IRS, and I think they're about to start going to 2 days a week. I think that even if you went and did something like that, 2 days a week, or maybe like a 5 days, 1 week, next week you off, you go on the next week. I think that for people just to get that sense of going back in, not to say you got to go all the way full-fledged in, but like you said, your coworkers, y'all missing each other. Sometimes, you might need that social interaction. Even though you're at the house getting all the work done, sometimes you might need to get out the house and going to work might be the thing for some people.
Nowadays, everybody's mental health.
Yeah, mental health, all that stuff. The house might be driving people crazy.
I will say, having this discussion with two people that don't work out in corporate America puts me in one of those places of it doesn't affect you. So
it does
go to work. Go to work. Me, you stay at home.
I work with people who does work in corporate, and and I get the effects of it too. So it does affect me too.
There's a control process that could be in place for those issues. I think that your issue doesn't really have anything to do with corporate.
But
It's
see,
how it
I'm
affects.
talking about corporate, even if it's like
You're saying how it affects you, basically, though.
no, not
That shit
really.
don't
I
affect
said
me.
over in society overall, how people are changing with their accountability towards things, what you put into the day and things like that. Because I mean, even saying it like Breon comes to work. I might not have to leave out like you do, but I do have employees that got to come into work and leave. They don't live there either, so it's not like that totally and completely. I'm not saying it like that totally, but there is like a difference in some people's accountability of what their of production, just production period, how it's getting done. Like for instance, you get to do these calls from home. The people who answer these calls from home, and they're not answering. They don't have to. They just got the phone open or something like that, and we're not able to get through to a lot of things. Versus when you're inside, somebody walking around here, there making catch it. Even there, even when you go to work, you have your things that happen like that too.
I was about to say,
It's happening more. You got to think about like the IRS. It was always hard to get in touch with them, but I called for weeks because they don't have nobody working there.
Ooh, the other day,
They have
last week,
one working there.
I had to
City
call,
Hall.
keep on calling IRS.
There's no one working there. They just have their meetings online. There's so many people complaining because they need in-person contact and stuff like that. So I'm not talking about just you guys that are working home and you can get your work done on office things, but just like a bank, you got to travel miles and miles to find a bank that's even open now. Everybody don't do online banking. I need to see a person. I don't understand. This person never understand what I'm talking about in the chat. Like I mean, even like as far as they do it, even on like social media, like
MVA,
Navy Federal and
you gotta
stuff.
make
They got
appointments
you
for
chat
MVA,
around
all
it.
that.
Message me. I don't want to message a person. I want to talk to a person and show me what. So I mean, like just things like that. That's why I say sometimes it's
Just like these folks,
accountability.
just like these folks that gonna tell me, yeah, just download the email, and whenever we see you, we're gonna show you how to hook it to your phone. Yeah, just like them folks.
Now I know.
come on. I almost missed that.
Me too. I almost
Missed that.
Ah!
Oh, what you ain't gonna do is go there because these directions have been given. I printed out pictures for y'all.
I didn't see any pictures. See what I'm saying? Some of us can't even get that
So
done. I didn't see any pictures.
But I gave them pictures and everything.
I didn't get any pictures.
I don't want to miss any of these comments. Earlier, Patrick said they're trying to push electric cars. Kevin said he works.
Tried to get one.
That works from. Doesn't work from home at all. They stay open. It's Florida. He said just need to adapt. Kristen said some of that is because by not having employees at all, not whether or not they're in the office. That's true.
Right, we're paying for stuff that's not there anymore.
Patrick, you can't fix stuff from home, so I'm sorry.
I wish I could work from home.
2 hours for somebody to pick up to discuss my bill. I called somewhere the other day and I had to call back because it was for work, but they did leave me on hold for 2 hours. And I was like, this one I'm not going to do.
My pay was out and I had his dog barking in the background and his wife fussing at the kids.
Yeah, a lot of people do that.
12:30 at night.
A lot of people, their customer service skills is messed up. You listen to the kids yelling. You listen to Coco Melon going on in the background.
Okay.
Or, I called the IRS business line the other day. If you do not get on that line about 7 o'clock in the morning, the recording states that basically it's too many people in the queue. Call back tomorrow. Click.
Teleworking is the best decision the world ever made for those who strictly work on land. I do think it depends on, and this is an unfair assessment. I do feel like it depends on what you do.
Right. It's all like
I will say we work from home
like that.
We both work from home, but we don't have jobs where we have to interact with anybody but our teams.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, before the pandemic, my CEO was pushing for us to work from home and get rid of real estate. Mm-hmm. And I was just like, do you plan on putting some of that in my pocket? Because the other thing working from home is my electricity is running all day.
Yeah, it does make sense for a lot of things. And I mean, honestly, half of us safer at home. We don't even want to leave the house and stuff, but in some the productivity is just not there. Like we're getting like with the banks, like I need an in-person bank. I don't want to do everything online. This is my income. This is my livelihood. I don't want everything done online and trying to be explained to
Mhm.
through and then God forbid my internet go out or whatever.
Well, you can
So
go to the bank, but everything now is make an appointment. Everything since
but I have
COVID
to
is
find the
make an
bank.
appointment, make an appointment. Like
And
I
some
was,
of them are
I had
still
to
open.
find, I had to get somebody else for me to make a goddamn appointment for the MVA. I couldn't find that shit, and I was just getting frustrated. Like, the fuck I gotta do? And I got a lot of homegirls and homeboys that work at the MVA. I'm not about to sit here and keep on harassing them, but it's like it's hard. Like shit like that is hard.
Yeah, that's another one that's hard to work through just being online and then trying to get an appointment to come in, and then you go in and it's like I could have just came in here regular. I mean, it makes sense. I get it, but it's just not working as well for some of us.
Nope.
It's not. I need to go. I need to talk to somebody in the bank or so many things. It's like I get just like it's like the robocalls. You know, they just call and then got a nerve when I say hello, you're not available. You had me talk to a computer first and say, hold on a second. We're going to put Jeff on the line to talk to you about interest rate. Call me when you're ready to talk.
Mhm.
So it's just some things that really technology is great, but it's the most inconvenient convenience ever, or the most convenient inconvenience ever.
Patrick said he got put on hold.
And he probably did. I mean, like just keep talking to me while you use the bathroom. I don't care. Stop putting me on hold and stop hanging up on me.
I mean,
You don't have nobody to call. Like there's no office managers no more to call, or nobody. You can't even tell on people anymore.
Nope.
I won't say gas will be my problem going to work because my job is next to the gas station. So I'm not going that far.
Just next to the gas station. You still gotta be able to pay for it. It's too high.
But I'm saying I would be mad that I have to make that commute like that because I fill up every other week, and
Dang.
I fill up because the last time I put my tank up by accident about I think Marlon's birthday, so it was like February 19th, and it was $58 then. I'm afraid to fill my tank up Friday. I am reconsidering this trip just based off of gas. So that one I'm ready for. My raise didn't cover this, is what I'm saying. So maybe if he get rid of some of this real estate, he can pay us more. And I can afford the gas increase. You see. Another topic was it's a lot of relationship stuff. Do you think women should pursue men?
Why not? You go after what you want.
Okay.
And I don't think that hold on, my bad, Brian. I don't think that a woman chasing a man is it's nothing wrong with her. She just knows what she wants, so therefore she's gonna go after what she wants. Society has made it where a man has to pursue a woman and it's a man's job. No. Go what you want, baby girl. Go get it.
I agree.
I'm married, so I ain't pursuing nobody. But I don't want to shoot my shot and my shot get blocked.
I don't think men do either.
Same difference for us.
We're probably used to it.
Either.
Damn, we used to it. See, that's the problem. So since we used to it, take y'all happy asses and go chase us.
I was supposed to say, getting up so we can chase him. I'm just saying. I think y'all should. I'm not saying y'all should be used to rejection, but y'all shoot y'all shots a lot.
What's wrong with that?
So you probably get rejected a lot more when you take more attempts. I just,
That's why in basketball they got a lot of different shooting percentage rates, and some people are on the high end and some people on the low end. So you gotta shoot your shot. But I feel like a woman who knows what she wants, there's nothing wrong with that woman going to, sending a guy a drink at the bar or whatever the case may be, or asking the guy out. How you know that you not, if you don't ask the guy out, you might be the one that's like, damn, I like him and he might like me, but who gonna ever know? If I don't ask you and you don't ask me, we might just be like, oh well, and now you done lost me because I done went off and got the person who, might wanted me.
Is there such thing as a woman being too aggressive?
No.
Great.
What does that mean?
No, I don't think. Maybe for some people, but I don't think that. When you all right, when being aggressive, you mean like to get? Are we speaking on getting to know someone, or like once we're in relationship? Like, are you saying it like we're trying to be in control? Like Ron always say to me, you can't be the dick and the pussy, or whatever. And I don't think that's what I'm trying to do. I just think sometimes if I have a stronger opinion on it or it's dragging, I try to get it together. I think sometimes people think women are aggressive when we do that, or especially I think we get called aggressive when, let's say, we're the top earner and we're voyeurs. It's like she's too aggressive. I don't want a woman like that. Speaking like that, or just like, give me a boy, give me that.
I have to currently use both of my devices right now, and this was your question, and I didn't write the whole question down.
Okay. So that's
So
what I mean.
you thought it meant.
But I mean, which aggression are you talking about? Just give us which one you're talking about now. I mean,
Either way, I'm reading off the paper. I just didn't write it fully.
right. So I mean, like, I'm speaking as far as like in a relationship, like, or not in a relationship, but today, do women come off? I feel like people think women, like I'll hear people or men say that we don't know how to let a man do something anymore. We got to do it ourselves, or like we don't let men be men. I don't feel like that's a position the average woman really desires to be in. And if she do, I just think it's more of a, I'm not trying to be the man. I just want to get things done.
Patrick said that's the family tree aggressive. Is he talking about us?
I don't think my husband would always agree with that, but I believe he's talking about us. But is that a problem? Is that a problem, Patrick?
Kevin said women that are top earners are more aggressive.
I don't think all of them are. Like you might have some passive ones, and then there's some non-passive ones. Do you feel Touch face sound like he sound aggressive? Women are aggressive today. So are we aggressive because we pay bills or want to have say or whatever? What makes an aggressive woman to you?
Give me an aggressive woman. What? Give me one. The fuck? I mean, my thing is, if you're aggressive, you know what you want. It ain't gotta be aggressive in dating, aggressive in the bed. It can be aggressive in life. I know what I want. I'm a go-getter. You ain't gotta be a top earner. You might be a middle line type chick, but you already know, hey, I ain't going for that shit.
But do you feel like she's not letting the male lead if she expressed that?
Well, like I said earlier, everybody knows. How did I say it? It's common sense. If I know that I know what I got to do in our relationship to make shit work, then I know what I'm doing. If you know what you're doing, but see, I hate that some people think that it's a man's job to do this and it's a woman's job to do that. I don't think nobody got a certain job, a certain role. You know what I'm saying? I think that, hey, we in this together. So therefore, you know that, hey, I'm gonna go take the trash out. That don't mean it's my job to go take the trash out. I'm gonna go do that. Hey, you know that the lawn gotta be mowed. Okay, I might not mow the lawn, but I'm gonna call somebody who got a service who mow the lawn, and we're gonna make sure this happens. Snow removal, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not about you being that type of aggressive person. So I'm the leader and you following me. What the fuck? What's the leader? What we in? What we in elementary school? Follow the leader? What's that? We supposed to be in this thing together. And I think that's where people tend to lose situations. If we're not in this together, This shit ain't gonna work anyways. Ain't gonna be following no leader. Anybody gonna be following no rules. You have your way of doing things. I have my way of doing things. And we supposed to combine that thing to make this thing an easy life, an easy situation. People want to get out here and be in competition with their partner. I don't understand that shit. I'm a top earner. You supposed to follow what I'm talking about. Okay. Be a top earner by yourself. You follow your own goddamn rules in your own situation.
Damien said common sense isn't common.
Who's Damien? Let me look at this picture.
And Damien has a hat on.
That guy looks like 6.
I think he's long hair, but Katrina said there's a difference between bossy and aggressive.
I want them all. Bossy, aggressive, assertive. Bring them all. I want to see what you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like my good friend, Monet the Great. We having a conversation the other day, and I'm telling her, hey, you gotta do it this way. You gotta tell this nigga that. Oh, but why I gotta say that?
Not the voice.
That motherfucker don't run over you.
She said not the. What she say? Why she got what?
Why I gotta do it that way?
Please stop.
So when that nigga running over you, now I'm getting another call. Oh, he ignored everything I said because I told you this is what you say. Nah, be that bossy, that aggressive, that assertive type person, and then you're gonna see what results it is, ladies. It's either that man going how do you say? They gonna either get down or lay down or whatever you want to say. You know what I'm saying? It's either they're gonna roll with you or not roll with you. You shouldn't be a sucker.
I think that there needs to be probably, I don't know, whatever works for every couple works for that situation, as long as it works. If you feel like it's not working, that's a problem. I think that for me, I think there needs to be a healthy balance of being assertive. I like the word assertive better than aggressive and bossy. Being assertive and having a softer side. I do think that sometimes, women can go a little hard on men and we know how to butcher a motherfucker's self-esteem.
And it's all good, right?
You have to know when to pull back, when to not gut them like a fish, scream, but to get your point.
This motherfucker, she needs some type of money from Scream. God damn.
I'm about to start a podcast about Scream only. If that's I saw that thing.
Bossy, aggressive, assertive, fired.
Hutch, you have me saying this publicly. It does not matter what podcast I do. This is the podcast that I am sticking with, unless Marlon tell me to leave.
I hear that. Hey, stay in there.
Allow me to review movies and TV shows.
Yeah, we can give you that. We can give you that 1 week a month. You can stay right here and do all that. But let me tell you something. I like that you said you can have a softer side. I don't want my woman coming in, kicking the door, waving the 4-4 with her Timbs on. I don't want that. But I don't want you to be that speed bump either. I'm outside and I'm dragging on your ass. And come in the house and you got my food in the microwave. The fuck? Come on now, you gotta show me something different. But no, I don't want you with them Timbs on kicking at the door.
Since you said that, can I just point out this one mistake that I made? I'm really not good with lyrics, and I will sing a song however I feel the word should go. So one day I told Marlon, I was like, I thought Biggie was saying, kicking the door way up in the 4th floor. It was either December of 2021 or January 2022 when I realized what the lyrics to that song was.
Well, Biggie, rest in peace. Today's your day. And Biggie. Toya's over there talking about you kicking in the 4th floor.
4th floor. I still say it sometimes because I forget that it's 4-4. So, my bad, but that was a full disclosure moment that I was having.
Ooh.
All right, this was one of Kathy's questions.
Give me my $11.
Funny, it's about money. What would you do for money? Or I guess it's like, what's the? Because I go to work for money every day, but I guess what's the worst thing you would do for money?
Well, suck for pussy. I don't know. What the fuck you mean?
Did you say sell some pussy?
I just suck some pussy. Like, what the fuck? What you mean? What's the worst thing you do
Wait
for
a minute.
money?
How are you going to sell pussy?
No, I said suck. I said
She
suck
said
for pussy.
suck.
Oh, suck.
Suck.
Yeah. Like, what the
Marlon.
what the fuck you mean? What's the worst thing you do for money? Shit, nigga. I might go on North Avenue with the mama jokers with a shot. I don't know.
I don't know because I didn't know if she wanted us to admit to criminal activity or something.
Right.
Like I was gonna get.
Body cook, cook the coke, cut it. What the fuck you mean? What's she talking about?
We really gonna do? I recognize that one.
Oh, you know that one though. Okay, all right, good.
One of my favorites.
Shout out to Biggie Smalls again. I mean, what? I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe she want to know. You know, are you going to sell drugs? Are you going to prostitute yourself?
I put it to you like this: certain measures call for certain things. If you out there and you ain't got nothing, I think that's why a lot of people are in jail because they had nothing and they was down to the barrel and they couldn't figure out how I'm gonna get this month's rent or mortgage. So they out there committing them scams. They out there, they got the fentanyl and the coke and they out there selling that pussy, however you want to say it. So it is what it is. But I don't understand the question.
Unfortunately, she couldn't be here to answer her question.
Well, I don't like to fail at things, so I guess it all depends on what it is. Because like you saying that with people go out there and sell drugs, I think I would be a horrible drug dealer. I think I would get caught.
Oh, I definitely would be horrible.
So, huh?
I said I definitely would be horrible. I'd be.
Yeah, I think I would be horrible. So I guess I would.
Too much Armor Hammer.
Yeah.
I don't know how to cook it. I don't have a crock pot to whip it up in. None of that. I don't know what the rules are.
I can't test it. Never tested it. Can't tell you if the product good or not. I don't know. So I guess things I'll fail at. You say what? I won't suck pussy because I don't like. So I'm gonna fail at that.
If you can't sell a drug, I guess
you I might have to. If I had to, I guess. I don't want to suck dick, but if I had to.
Okay, so that answer because Kevin said, "Would you cheat for money?" But that's a different question.
Would y'all cheat for money? What do you mean cheat for money?
Been good at
like you cheat on your mate to get money.
Say, stick with me. I'll give you $100,000.
Kevin, how much money?
I was about to say. For the right price, my husband's gonna tell me to go for it.
Now I don't know if I would cheat to pay the mortgage. I'm gonna try to find another way. I mean, that's just 1 month.
Right. That's not a lot of money.
I'm ruined my relationship over 1 month.
A mortgage is not a lot of money.
Right. Now if it's an indecent proposal, maybe. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. That we're gonna consider it. We're gonna talk about it.
Jesus Christ. What would you do? Miss Shop Lady, we're gonna have to have a talk. I don't understand the question.
I mean, I think we answered her question. She wanted to know: was somebody gonna cheat? Was somebody gonna rob? Was somebody gonna try to sell drugs?
I fail at the robbing part, and I'm not a good thief. I don't believe in stealing. I just hate stealing, so I don't think that would.
I said 35,000 cash.
All right.
I probably would, if I was there on my hardest times, I probably would do it for the 35,000 because I can make that. I can turn that 35 into a lot.
I feel like somebody making that type of proposal. Maybe I watch too much TV. I want what I saw on TV. I want a life-changing amount of money. But you're right. Like if you down and out and
that's what I'm
We about to be.
I don't have to do it. 35,000 ain't gonna be worth it either. If I'm who I am today, I'm not cheating for 35,000.
Let me ask you something. So you all, both ladies that are married, and for the watching public, if you are married and your partner said, "Yeah, go ahead and take that 35,000. We gonna make something work with that 35,000," or you're going out there sucking that dick.
Today, no, I don't feel I have to suck dick for 35,000. Today, I don't. It's nothing I can do with 35,000. All I can do is I can't get a lot done with the 35,000. So I'm not sucking the dick.
We're in a different we in a different time now. 35,000 is
Yeah, I can't do a lot.
I'm about to be
I'm
put
bringing
out
that
my
shit up
house
and,
and we can't even live in the car no more.
So I ain't taking the 35,000 one time
not
deal.
today. Now, if I wasn't who I am today, like I lost a job and he don't have any money and we're about to lose everything we have. I know we.
There you go. There you go. Kristen. Is it Kristen? You said?
My cake boss.
I don't think you know what you would do until you have to. You absolutely.
I agree.
Right, that's why I said I would have to be down and out. But today, she said, "What would we do for money today? Like my life being like it is now, I ain't doing for the 35. I'm sorry. I mean, it would have to be a dumb amount of money to change our lives.
If I'm about to be homeless, go and transfer that money to my account.
Don't even put it in my account. I got some shit about to hit.
I pay the money for the whole year and figure out my life.
Yeah, but if I'm not like today, for what? Like even $100,000 today, because wasn't that it in the movie? Wasn't it? Was it 100,000 or was it? What was it?
I don't remember. I think it was like 1,000.
Yeah, 100,000 a day. I'm not doing anything to jeopardize my marriage for $100,000. I'm just not. But $1 million, I'd be like, look, it's just a little dick sucking. I mean, what do you think? We could talk about it.
Just a little dick sucking.
Just a little.
And I don't think we have.
Even today, for $100,000, I don't think we would have to go there. But like she said, we don't
So
know.
$1 million. Was you want the money up front?
Yes.
Oh,
Nigga, 35,000. I want the money up front.
Yeah.
I want dinner up front.
I would have to half y'all motherfuckers because you get a motherfucker whole thing. Next thing you know, that motherfucker dick sucking be a little sloppy ass bullshit. And I gave you a whole motherfucking $1 million and you ain't even get the motherfucking whole shaft wet. Now we in there busting.
Don't play my money. I'm gonna suck a mean one for that money if I need it. I'm gonna try my best. I'm my best shit.
I offered $1 million. Go ahead. Put my best into it.
Someone that's offering $1 million has got to be somewhat decent.
And if I come home and say I didn't take the $1 million, my husband gonna tell me get out.
I'll tell you what he not gonna want. He ain't gonna want his dick sucked.
He's gonna go shopping. We gonna buy first with your
dick ass out of here.
Dicks and shit. Let's go.
Dick sucker.
Now let's make it creative. Would you suck a dick for $1 million, Hutch?
Hey, look.
Zoom in on him.
That'd be a motherfucking question I had to really think about, but I had to be down.
You need to be down for me.
Nigga, that's a charge you can't get off your record.
What did he say? I ain't gonna tell nobody.
Yeah, all right. That motherfucker gonna have that pit. He gonna have the motherfucking contract signed.
He gonna see me and Toy with a camera.
Right. He gonna have a little video right here. And then what he gonna do after he get $1 million, he gonna probably tell me, look, I need $500,000 back, or I'm gonna tell everybody.
Right.
No.
He gonna extort shit.
Right. For the $1 million. Nigga, I just worked for this $1 million. I went to the motherfucker on the dollar and told him to take my braces off. Bitch. God damn.
That is a dilemma you have to worry about, because as soon as they try to blackmail me, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Tell them.
Shit, nigga.
We can tape and see if we can get some more money.
Shit, y'all be good. Nigga like me be like, shit, hell no, nigga. Nigga, give your money back.
You gonna call Diddy and ask him what he did to keep people quiet?
Yeah.
Like, Diddy, how you get that Ferrari?
Oh shit.
Patrick
$1
$1 million, but a new 100,000. It's
When you don't have no money, I can make $1 million into $1 billion.
That's
so
what
it works.
Patrick, do you got $1 million right now.
Yeah, I don't. I don't
Yeah.
even have the 100,000 right now. So.
$1 million is for the average person is not 100,000.
Randy said he gonna need an ironclad contract for it.
When you down on your luck, ain't no contract.
Right. He'll be like, you suck this dick.
Like you sucking
Or
or what?
you want the $1 million or not? I'm gonna need y'all not to think about it.
And they gonna disrespect you. They gonna be like, you sucking or what?
Right. What is you doing?
Go ahead, do what you gotta do for them.
Hey, look.
We'll be
All-
bitches. Bitch, suck this dick. They would dog.
All in the comments. He gonna be all in the comments. Yeah, Hutch was sucking that dick.
Kevin said no, but here's
He
the
fall
thing.
on my dick.
Hutch, if I find out you got offered $1 million and you turned that down, you better not ever speak to me again. And
I ain't talking to nobody.
I'm gonna start a podcast called The New Shop
The new dick sucking shop.
and leave.
You ain't got to worry about it. Hey, look. If that was me, if that happened to me, just know that if I disappeared and y'all ain't see no to or fro on Facebook again, just know I sucked that dick.
You on the beach somewhere. I fuck what people think about you.
Don't worry. Your girl
You
will
won't
say, they'll forget about it, baby. Remember, they'll
We
forget
don't.
about
He gonna be
Don't
like,
worry about it.
He said, fuck that.
As we in Gucci, don't worry about it. Yeah, can I get a size such and such?
She gonna be like, who is 6? Fuck him and his opinion.
Right. In the back of her mind, nigga,
With his
don't kiss me,
broken
you old dick sucking ass.
Fucking nigga.
Uh-huh.
Oh!
I know if we were monetized, we wouldn't be getting paid today because all it is dick, 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 dick.
God dang.
Now we know.
Bunch of dick suckers.
Right.
Randy said it's a difference with guys. That's against our nature. Is it against your nature to take the $1 million?
Hey, Randy.
Damien don't need to be in the comments if he ain't on the
Who is
line.
Damien?
This $1 million dick sucking is when you're on your down and low. It's on your
Down and out.
out. If you're on your down out, like you lost your business, truck's broke and gone, about to be repossessed. You just hit the rock bottom as you can hit. That's where we at with the dick sucking.
Yeah, that you got no way to coming back.
Randy, I'm sure you would take the money in that case. Randy said if I got asked to taste I'm gonna say cat, I'd be a little bit more accepting.
No,
Sure, you be accepted. We want to know if you gonna suck a dick.
Randy, you sucking that dick. Shut up.
$1 million. All y'all can say no all y'all want, but I don't want to be your friend if you turn down $1 million.
Right, Patrick. Anybody want some cheeseburgers? Well, they're right. You see, hey, look, you see how that man was on Menace Society when he wanted that coke, that crack. You seen how he was. He was on his down and out. I'm talking about like that. Down. Nigga was down on that. He said, I got these cheeseburgers. I suck your dick. God.
I'm glad you explained it because I didn't get it.
And just imagine, he just wanted some crack.
Yeah, imagine if he said $1 million.
All he wanted was a hit.
Woo! If they said $1 million, he probably would have sucked the whole crew dick.
Bent over, everything.
I mean, okay, well. On that note.
So thanks, Kathy.
We didn't know what Kathy doing for some money. Because she always talking about she ain't sucking no dick. I bet for $1 million she gonna suck that dick.
And what did she say she got since somebody in the audience, not on the show? She said she was worth like $1 million or something. She said her splish splash is worth.
All right, y'all, it's about to be 8 o'clock, so I think food orders. Oh, the food order already there. Fuck, I don't know what y'all talking about. Motherfucker, $1 million worth of game, bull, whatever. Fuck, she too fuck.
Don't play her like that. She said if that's what she believes in her heart, then she has to know her self-worth. He said, yep, that's what she said.
That motherfucker might be worth $11.
I keep telling y'all, don't nobody know the $11. So y'all either explain it or stop saying it.
We ain't gonna explain it.
Now, before we go, do you want to explain it?
Her split splat. her splish. Yeah, okay, Randy.
So if Diddy said, "Let me pee on you," for yeah.
Rain down on me.
Wait, I don't even know why you would ask that question. I see if you would say like if Jay-Z
Shit on me.
asked you or if Kanye.
So after I shits on the bitch,
Then you could ask me.
Then again, maybe not.
so after I shits on the bitch, she asked me if I'm gonna hit that. God damn. Yo, rest in peace to Biggie Smalls for real. That motherfucker had some stories for real. So after I shits on the bitch asked like I was gonna hit that. The bitch asked me to shits on her.
Oh my God, I can't take y'all.
Woo!
Well, that's right, Marlon. You can't stop the rain.
Stop. Now he gonna be singing this all night. Jesus.
Take that piss. What did he say? Take that.
And I will gladly.
Yeah. It's just a little piss for a billion.
Glad.
As long as they go to my mouth.
Exactly. I can rinse it off.
Right.
But Diddy, it can even go in my hair.
The best bag for $1 million.
Right.
Get my
I'll be right in my tub like this.
get my
Right.
asshole bleached, everything.
Then he can ask, I'll be like, exactly where?
God damn.
Here.
Come
Take
on.
that.
I will.
Oh,
You know what? And on that note,
Don't do Pastor Bethel like that.
Married at First Sight started 1 minute ago.
okay.
So, does anybody have any final words in closing?
Ain't no shame in your game if you gotta snub that knob.
Just suck the dick.
For $1 million, I'm on it.
$1
Hey,
million.
announcement. Next week, we will be together. Yay!
Wait a minute.
Or
Who's
not.
gonna be together?
The group.
Like who?
You know who won't be there. Asshole. Thank you guys for watching. See you next week when we will be all together. Where 4 of us will be together. In person. Bye.
Give me my $11.